I mark this over here with the lock mechanism in the open position. I also put mark over here, and the two hinges will be welded in between these, away from this and away from this. I also build this over here, and I will weld it, and the hinge will be here, and I'll drill and thread the hinge and this part over here, so when I bolt it in, it will be very strong. This pin will prevent it from coming out, and this over here will prevent this from coming down, because the load of the gate will try to bring this down, so this will take care of it. Before I remove this frame to be able to install the swing tailgate while it's laying flat, I'm going to weld a temporary angle at the top to make sure this frame stays square to the bed. Once I weld the angle, then I will remove it and set it on the table and bring the old swing tailgate and weld it to it. I am ready to work on the original swing tailgate that came with the truck. I have to cut and remove these hinges because I have to relocate them. I also have to straighten them, they bent. And I have to straighten the edges and add more metal over here. I have to remove some stuff they welded to the gate that I'm not going to use. I also have to straighten this handle and remove the play from it. And then I have to remove all the rust. I thought originally, before I built my dump tailgate, to build it universal, so it will do both operation. It will swing and also allow me to dump. However, due to the nature of the bed and the kind of material they use on it, it will make it weak. This way is better. I could use the dump tailgate if I bring material and I want to dump it, like sand or gravel. And if I bring pallets or machines, I will use this tailgate and I could open it and I could use my tractor to unload it. So I think this will work better. When I bought the truck, the handle came this way, it was bent, and they used strap to keep the gate closed. I cut and grounded the hinges. I changed my idea on how I'm going to attach the hinges to the frame and to both gates. I'm going to make it adjustable. I'll attach it on the gates with bolts so I could adjust the gates if there is sag or if there is wear on the hinges. I already grinded them. I removed the grease fitting that was on them. And now I'm going to disassemble them to clean the rust on the pin and on inside, and then grease them and reassemble them. The rust is very hard on the bushings and pin. Every time if you have implement or something on your equipment that rusted, it's better to remove the rust because it will wear out the bushing and the pin very quick. It's very hard and very abrasive. They are clean now and they're free. I will not lubricate them until I install them on the tailgate and finish with the tailgate. Because grinder, dust and welding sparks will get mixed with the grease if I add the grease right now, and it will get inside and it will damage them. So I will not lubricate them until I finish with the tailgate. I put this angle under the frame. This is the top side of the tailgate. I'm going to use this piece of scrap metal. It's the same thickness as the frame itself. On the bottom side, I clamped the pieces I cut out of the old hinges, and then I'm using the same thickness, a flat stock over there. So when I put the gate over here, and when I weld the hinges, it will be flat. Both parts of the tailgate, they will be straight and they will be flat to this part over here. This is how I'm going to assemble the hinges for the swing tailgate. I'm going to weld these 5/8 nuts to this bracket. The 5/8 nut will fit perfectly over here. I have 1 inch spacing. And then this will connect to the hinge via this one. And I weld it like this. And then I will connect the 2 parts with washer and bolt. The hole that I drill over here is a 3/4, and this is 5/8 inch. So I have some play if I need to adjust the gate in and out little bit or up and down. To be able to weld these nuts centered in the hole, so when I fit the bolt, there will be a little bit of play over here. What I did, I took this 5/8 all thread and I put 2 nuts on it. And then I tie them against each other and I put it on my big drill. I ran the drill and then I ground this side. And now when I tie these nuts over here, this should center this nut in the hole. I also want to make sure these nuts are flat in this dimension, or they parallel to each other over here, so it will fit once I welded them. I'm only going to weld them at this area over here, so this will fit perfectly. I shimmed it over here. Over here. These two parts right now, they clamp together with this. And I also shimmed it over here. And then I removed the brace I put at the top. I'm going to build something over here to be a secondary lock system, and I also could pick this tailgate with it. I welded the hinges all the way. I started by clamp this with these bolts. Then I welded this flat stock. And then I brought the hinge and I kept adjusting it until I got this parallel to the gate. And then I used 2C clamps to hold it in place. I welded here and I tacked it here, and I did this on all of them. Then I removed these bolts, or these two bolts, and removed the pin and got this out, and then I welded from the bottom side and on the sides over here. I will remove these one at a time, grind them, clean them, and then I will come back and I show you what I'm planning to build over here. One more thing, I spaced the gate from the frame a 1/4 inch by using this 3x3 1/4 inch thick. I used 2 of them. I also added 1/8 inch thick washers between the gate and the frame. This way the gate will not touch the frame. I did this all the way around. This to ensure the gate will lock and there will be no prying on the frame. Once the gate touches the frame, then if you try to close it any further, it won't allow you. Also, when you paint the gate, the paint stay clean and it will not get scratched when you close the gate on the frame. I grinded all the hinges. I also drilled all the way through here, and I'm going to weld a nut to the inside. I'm using the same method to make sure the nut is centered, and I will weld this to the bed to prevent this gate from trying to go to the inside once it's installed on the dump truck. I also cut this pipe. I'm going to use it to hold this pin once I want to unlock the gate, and I will weld this chain to the pin so I don't lose this pin. I also cut two 2x3 angle iron, and I cut one of them this way. It used to be like this. And I made a C channel. I shimmed it, I clamped it, and I drilled it all the way through. And I'm going to build 5/8 pins to use them when I'm ready to remove this gate and swap it with the other dump gate. This one over here will be welded here, and I could put shackle on it when I'm ready to lift it. Now I'm going to weld this all the way, grind it, smooth it, and then weld this right in the center. I'm also going to weld these washers on both sides. Two here and two here. The reason for those, every time I use this one, I don't want to scratch the paint. I also want it to fit easy. And these washers will make space over here, so this will go real easy on it. And then I could use pins or bolts to hook this up and lift the gate. I painted it yesterday. I'm glad I did. We've been getting a lot of moisture. Today I'm going to add a pin over here so I could use this also to lock this frame. And I'm going to add more material so this will not rip, and then I will guard it over here. And I need to come up with something so when I open this gate I could leave it in the open position. I have this one operate smoothly. However, I'm going to use the handle. I may have to add some type of lock mechanism over here to keep it locked. I already greased all the hinges and it's operate very smoothly. I took this flange nut and I weld this 5/8 washer on it to keep this from playing too much. The weight of this will keep it down. However, I will add something over here to be able to lock it. Something like this. I find this 3/8 pin in the shipping container, same size as the hole I added here. I drill and tab over here, and I hook this chain so I don't lose this pin. And a lock will fit over here if I want to use lock to lock this handle so nobody could open this gate. As you see, the gate is open all the way and it doesn't touch the lock mechanism or the chain. I built these brackets over here so the chain will go on them like this. I didn't want to use a length of chain like I did over here, just in case there is somebody in the bed of the truck when loading or unloading. This over here, your clothes could catch on it or you could hurt yourself because it has a pointy spot. This one over here is rounded and smooth. Even if somebody ran to it, it's not gonna hurt them. And also this over here is stronger. In case I dump the bed and there is stress on it like this, it will not get damaged. This over here, if you apply any force, it may bend or break. I was able to reuse the original swing gate that came with the truck. I altered the hinges so I could fold this swing gate all the way until it touched the bed, because I added this over here, the lock mechanism for the dump gate. It worked very smoothly, secure. I attach this over here with chain so I don't lose it. And also the chain I added on the side will prevent this from open in case I want to dump something inside. And I maintain the same opening as the bed itself. I didn't have to add anything over here to support the frame. And adding chain to the pin, this way you don't lose them. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope you learned something from it. Thank you for watching and thank you for your support, and I'll see you later. Take care.